For 40 years, Arthur sat in the back of his small wood-paneled shop on Savile Row, sewing for one man, the billionaire industrialist Silas Thorne. Arthur didn't just make Silas's suits, he made his armor. He knew every scar on Silas's body and every secret Silas whispered while being fitted. Silas had a son, Julian. Julian didn't inherit his father's work ethic, only his arrogance. He treated Arthur like a servant from a bygone era. He would barge into the shop, tracking mud on the expensive wool, and mock Arthur's tremors. "Why are you still using that rusted sewing machine, old man?" Julian would sneer, flicking ash onto a half-finished coat. "When my father is gone, I'm closing this dump and turning it into a parking garage." Arthur never replied. He just kept his head down, his needle moving with a precision that defied his age. He often said, "A suit hides a man's flaws, but a single loose thread can unravel his whole life." When Silas Thorne passed away, he left behind a massive empire and a web of corruption that Julian was eager to exploit. At the will reading, Julian sat draped in a $10,000 suit looking at his gold watch. He expected the factories, the ships, and the sky-high bank accounts. The lawyer stood up and pulled out a single charcoal gray suit bag. "To my son, Julian," the lawyer read, "I leave the finest garment ever made. It is the suit you shall wear to your first day as the head of the company. It is my final gift." To Arthur, the tailor, Silas left a heavy cast-iron 1920s sewing machine and a small box of silver thread. Julian laughed so hard he nearly choked. "The old man got a pile of scrap metal, and I got the keys to the kingdom." He grabbed the suit bag and headed to the mansion, eager to dress for his first board meeting. But when Julian put on the suit, he felt something sharp in the lining. He reached into the inner breast pocket and pulled out a microfilm hidden inside a hand-stitched compartment. He then noticed a letter sewn directly into the silk lining of the back, visible only when the suit was held to the light. It wasn't a letter of love. It was a full confession from Silas Thorne, detailing the illegal offshore accounts Julian had used to embezzle millions. The gift wasn't a suit, it was a trap. The lawyer arrived at the mansion not with a congratulatory handshake, but with the authorities. The lawyer turned to Julian. "Your father knew you would only wear the best, so he had Arthur stitch your downfall into the very fabric of your pride. The suit stays with you, in your cell." As for Arthur, he opened the base of the old sewing machine Silas had left him. Inside, he found the original title deed to the entire Savile Row block. Silas hadn't just saved Arthur's shop, he had made him the landlord of the most expensive street in London. Arthur sat back at his machine, threaded a needle, and went back to work. Because some things are best handled one stitch at a time.